Where is he? He said, I'm here. Let's see if he saw me. He should have saw me sitting here. He might have brought an engine hoist. He might have brought an engine hoist. That might be why he's back. Hang on. Ah, don't hit me. Everybody, we're at the end of the block, so all the trash runs down the fucking block and ends up in our front yard. And then they had the kids' birthday party, so they just picked up, like, you know, the kids get toys in the boxes and stuff, so we like bagged all that stuff up, and then the storm came, blew all over the fucking yard, and then the kids had, like, you know, their own Power Wheels and stuff. Brian does contracting, does home repair stuff, paint, countertops. It's really good. He's got his materials from that, so we're tossing all that stuff. So we got stuff from the cars and the kids and all that we got to take to dump. I've never had to make dump trips because living by myself and even with family and stuff, we didn't have stuff like that. Like my dad's stuff when he did paint, like they would probably throw that away at the job site. I get it that doing contracting, like you can't just go in a neighborhood and toss shit in there. Like I totally get that. So he brings everything home, but then we get to go through it and see what we're going to keep and get rid of, recycle materials. It's good. It's a good thing. So it's kind of nice to have a bunch of raw material around. You can pick and choose and then trash the rest. Let's see what we got going on here. It's bad. Take it back. No, I'm just joking.
I just see that right now.
Very good. As long as it works. Did you bring your box? Are we making a new frame or what are we doing? Well, you can bring it tomorrow. I mean, unless you want to drive the car home. If you want to drive the car home, you can just throw it in the bay, I guess.
I have to bring it back if anything too.
Yeah, you can come back later. Even I'm not leaving till later, and even if I leave, Brian will be here. Oh, does it? Yeah.
Like a V8, man.
I hate to say it, but anything that's a bigger car, if it's not like a car, like if it's upright, like a truck, a SUV, if it's got a 4 or 6 cylinder in it, it pretty much gets shit gas mileage because it takes so much power to move it. And and that thing's probably not that powerful, so it probably takes a lot of throttle to. They're not efficient motors. You know what I mean? They don't. It's the K core.
Oh shit.
I started on those tabs. I just started drilling. I didn't even get that far, but I got it right here. So I'm doing this little live feed. But I got the tools right here. Let me do this live feed and then we'll do that. So now that everybody's here and I started the live feed and, you know, I'm just a regular ass dude like everybody else. But we're trying to do something with the cars, right? We want to go fast. Even if it's 11-second quarters, I would rather have, which is pretty fast for a front wheel drive, like straight up. I would rather have, will you do me a favor, baby? Will you grab me that Pepsi? And then will you grab me that head flange for the H and the collector?
Yeah, and then I put those
the discs
in the box.
Okay, thank you. Harley's getting all our materials organized. So we're going to be starting to make headers and manifolds, intake manifolds, intercoolers. Harley's car, it's getting down. Kane, just getting a new motor. I am changing the setup a little bit because I like to build everything on the car. So if it has a stock motor and tranny, whether it has supporting mods and whatever else it has, for the main like power production stuff, intake manifold, header, intercooler, turbo, any of that type of stuff, I like to make it. The only thing on this car I haven't made is it's got a factory like RBC or eBay RBC manifold that's been ported. I'm gonna build a manifold for it, and then turbo manifolds, we're gonna go ahead, I'm gonna build my own turbo manifold, and then I think we're gonna go ahead, we're probably gonna use a little bit of a different design, but we have orders coming through for, oh, I guess you didn't grab flanges yet. Well, anyways, we have K-Series and H-Series turbo manifolds going through. Basically, everything's just kind of headed in the direction where it should be better, right? Like, being just a regular dude, I really wish I had like company funding to be able to be like, oh, let me get all this shit and, you know, let me build, you know, all this amazing stuff. And we can, but when it comes down to it, it's going to be client shit that like we're going to end up having to, as much as I want to like, I'm trying to think of the best way to put it. Basically, we're just doing orders as they come. The prototype stuff we'll do, we'll test, we'll send out. That'll kind of make its way onto people's cars. Then as orders go through, those will be produced. So as much as I want to like make a bunch of headers and send them out or make a bunch of like I can't do that. Like I guess I could, but I find that pointless just because even if the company was to get like massive growth real quick and the finance part of it got better, I really think that that wouldn't lead to anything but us like expanding in a way of making more manifolds and stuff like that. I really need to concentrate on like the design. I really need to concentrate on like what's in front of me. And other than like building the stuff right now, I haven't even decided the design for them yet, like fully. So once I come up with that and I produce those, I'll feel more comfortable. Then as the orders roll in, it'll be more rhythmic. Right now I'm dealing with the all motor header design stuff, but we're doing the turbo headers. So I kind of went, oh shit, you've been taking these last few days to come up with these prototype designs and we have these manifolds to make. And although I could build just simple turbo manifolds or the same type of turbo manifolds I built before as far as design, I would like to change them. So I need to take the time to do that right now. So the fabrication we have at the house and the other stuff as far as the tuning, we just kind of navigate through as I do this. Over the next few days, you're going to start seeing more videos posted. I did just put the video up of Kane losing the motor at the track. That happening wasn't really like a big deal. We had been pushing that base model motor on 28 pounds on 91 and then on E85. Really pulling a lot of timing out on 91, really making it safe. And the motor didn't show knock, right? But the E85, it pounded. We had a problem with maxing out around 24 pounds on E85, so we'd kind of go back and forth and try to mix it and get it to 28 PSI. And we really abused that motor. And it's just a $250 base model Accord engine. Well, at the track, I turned the boost up to 28 pounds. We had it on E85. We had finally enough fuel in it. We beat on it on the way there with a bunch of weight in it. It did great. The main issue was when we got there and we put it on the slicks, I did make it more aggressive, but I also picked up the timing in the mid-range. I do know that like the car was like flat out maxed out. Like if it could have taken a little more timing, it would have just showed more power and probably broke the same way just because it was in first gear and it was so fast. But as soon as it hooked at the top of first and it clipped the limiter, it just shot a rod out the block. I almost think it wasn't like even really power related. I almost think it was the rev limiter trying to stop the motor. So we're going to kind of go through that process. I mean, it wasn't, the rev limiter was a little harsh for what I was doing, and that definitely could be an issue. But at those power levels and stuff, this stuff happens. And again, it's a $250 motor. I don't want to bore your time with it. I do want you guys to know what happened. We're going to pull the car apart. So that is the damage. And then it smashed the intercooler pipe right here. So I listed the car for part out for a few days. I listed the setup for a part out for a few days. Offered the car with a new motor for a few days. And I'll do that in between when situations like this happen, in between upgrading and stuff, just because, you know, it's a chance to change things up. I love doing my R&D. I love seeing what power these motors can take and being able to tell somebody if something's going to work out pretty well or not. Maybe not guaranteed, but, you know, what you're looking at, you know, is this setup going to be reliable? And that's why we've gone to using bigger motors and newer engines than like the B series or Ds. I never really liked those anyways, but like F's, H, B, K, the pricing's like the same right now. The pretty much the only difference is the engine management. Like, just buy the ECU and buy the K series is what I'm saying. Don't build a B series. I don't know. The Type S K24 is so cheap, like it's pointless. Anyways, we're gonna get working on Miguel's car. I thought a flange and collector to show, and
I can't remember when.
so anyways, we got material. And what I was gonna say is, since we're getting ready to start welding and cutting and making manifolds and stuff, I was gonna show you guys. So we've got a bunch of different finish of wheels, but basically I got my cutoff wheels, flapper wheels, nylon wheels, all that. And then we've got prefab collectors, a couple vibrant flanges. I am waiting on, yeah, I don't want to go in my closet. It's not clothes in there, it's car parts. We got car parts everywhere. Look at this. Car parts everywhere. So there's a bunch of shit. So as things get better, we will look. I just found the K series crank sensor. So as things get going, we'll get the orders going and get going out. I haven't actually taken labor money from anybody. I've done nothing but material stuff right now because financially, like, I'm a regular guy, and like I'm not afraid to talk about stuff with you guys as far as like stuff maybe that like shouldn't be a part of the company. But put it this way, if I wanted to make money and do this, that, I probably wouldn't be doing things the way I am. I'd probably be smarter. I'd probably be better put together and probably seem like I cared more. But I really just want to enjoy this with my friends, and I do want to be able to do what I want. So as I expand, I just hope that all happens. Like, the labor money, like, that's gonna go to bills. None of that's gonna be enjoyed. I can't, like, financially, like, the stuff this costs, it's expensive. Even if I give a good deal, I end up making money because I've been in the industry long enough and I can get materials cheap and parts cheap, and I have hookups, and I'm decently well known with the people I do business with, or businesses that I do, that they take care of me. So it gets passed on to my clients. I've got some sponsors, this, that, but like regular dude, like hopefully one day financially secure. But for right now, like I've been back doing this like steady for like 6 months, and it's okay. But like I have stuff I've got to deal with and fix. And then I've got, you know, ways to progress the company. And again, this is what I do 24/7. I don't have a day job. So, you know, a lot of me is like, hey, you should get a day job. Don't just do this all the time. You could be making so much more money. But with the time I invest into these cars, it's crazy to think like I almost don't have that time. So it's like, what do you choose, right? Like steady income and that, or pretty much the same money, and you don't really feel like you're making anything. And at the end of the month, it's probably the same as a regular old job, but you get to do what you like, and you probably get a lot more free time. You get to spend with your family and your girl and shit. So all in all, I'm a regular ass dude. I want to see how this goes, and I really just hope it becomes something like when it was the shop and better. And the situations right now, as far as things not being the best, it's nothing that can't be handled, and I just got to keep working at that. So everything's been actually really good. Me and Harley got pulled over in the daily when it lost the wheel bearing, and I got a ticket. I wasn't even driving. I got a ticket. Anyways, they dropped it. So like that alone would have been like a big pain in the ass, right? Like we've had orders go through that we didn't receive and we didn't get the money back for. Like being a regular dude and dealing with this type of shit and seeing this stuff happen and having life and the business shit and it all being on me like that, it's hard. But I'm not going to quit or give up. And I've been doing this for so long. God, off and on for 20 years, steady for like at least half of that, if not more. Like, I'm going to keep doing it and see where we end up. So I hope I can look back at this video one day and the people and shit and be like, damn, it worked out. Like, got all his shit straight and handled and worked out. So we're going to work on Miguel's car right here over the next few days. You guys will see me start fabbing. We've got an all motor single cam that's actually getting built that I haven't said anything about. And that'll go to the dyno and stuff. We're going to do some fuel testing with it. It'll actually be really fun. We're going to do a similar thing with this H as far as fuel and bolt-on testing. We're going to make a header and manifold for it, do a couple prototypes and test them before I release a design that I want to sell. And you guys will see the changes to Kane, Harley's car go through build process, and I got a ton of education and stuff. We've had some holdbacks in the past few months as far as the tuning bag and the ECU for Kane getting stolen. Literally just some random at a gas station, like passenger seat of my car, like our daily, like snatched the bag. Like wasn't like anybody was like looking and snatched the bag or like went through the Honda and was trying to steal the Honda. Like it's just a shitty situation, you know. But this being my life and tuning cars and building, like can't give up. Like got to get past that. Where we fixed that pretty much right away. That took everything we had, and we just keep going. So now everything's good. I have, you know, everything in order to where I can see how things are going to fall into place and go. I can actually see the future a little bit and see that it's going to be all right. So maybe that little bit of insight will help me, you know, that little bit of feeling will help me stay steady and stuff, you know. Fucking, I have ADD, I'm a little bit wild, like, tis my life, dude. So, you guys will start seeing the kids more on camera and Harley on camera and stuff more. I try to never share that stuff and keep it more business oriented, but the way things are going and stuff, they want to be around more as far as in video and stuff, and Harley just helps so much. I feel bad that everybody that helps isn't on video, and when I'm editing the videos, like I don't have the b-roll of like the good times of us laughing and this and that. I just have what I try to shoot and catch. But I really want to show you guys just us having a good time and enjoying the cars and like it being a good thing. So we'll just see what happens. I really don't know. So I'm gonna get to it. I'm gonna go work with Miguel. I'm gonna start on the single cam and we'll just see where we end up. Talk to you guys later.